Hello, welcome back. Last time I got through Giant Land, and I managed to beat an airship in a frog suit, so I'm still in that suit. So, of the three, that's the hardest suit to do. This guy is new. I forget his name, but we'll be seeing more of him in a bit. Yeah, I would definitely like to replace this for something that lets me actually move around. So another chain chomp here. Okay, I remember this level. We're in Skyland, by the way. Not in the sky yet, but we'll get there. I want to fly here. There's stuff in the... Oh, this is a... So it doesn't happen often. It happens less often than I said it did. But this is a level that truly has multiple exits, so we're gonna have to do this one multiple times. Oops, well, you know what? If I lose my tail, I guess that limits my options. Unless I get it back. Is there a way I could show all of this level? That's a nipper plant, by the way. If I try to jump over it, it'll nip at my heels. I'm gonna do it in a safe way. Yeah, so if above, it only jumps that high. Got it. Well, alright, if I lose my tail, I can't fly at the start. There's a pipe up there. And something down below? Star? Okay. I can knock out a chain chomp. Yeah, there's all this stuff going on. I guess the bricks down there... Hi, Paragoomba from a mile in the sky. If I had a tail, I could see what's in here. Probably a one-up in this top block. Okay, well that's that portion of the level. Do I have a leaf in my item box? We know what this exit to the level would look like. I don't need a leaf in my item box, there's a leaf in the level. Let's bring, since I almost never have a good reason to do this, here's a star, here's a mushroom. Gotta knock out that chain chomp to make things more reasonable. And now with leaf... oh, there's one more thing I want to see though. What's in that thing at the end? Maybe I can do both still. Alright, so with chain chomp gone and some space opened up, there's a pipe way up here. A little hard to get into. So now I'm in a funny, weird area where you have to do a really fancy trick to do anything here. So I can leap through this pipe, but there's more to this room. This puts me... Where am I? Where am I? This is another separate... Okay, so one-up erases another one-up if I spawn multiple at a time. Oh, I'm down below, I see. So a 4 one-up zone, one of which I erased. Down here, watch out for that chain chomp. Okay, nothing in this spot. I don't think you can, like, swim below this or anything. Maybe with a P-Wing you could go a bit... Well, there wasn't a way to get below the level outside of this box, was there? Wait, hold on. How would I leave here if I didn't have a leaf? Can I go back in the pipe? Give me a second, I'm gonna fly here. There's a surprising amount going on in this tiny little nothing level. This one's weird. I still haven't shown the full extent of what's through the pipe. There's a P-switch? Was there a way to... P-switch? P-switch? Oh, okay, so... 3 in coins, I see! Wow, this stuff is hidden deep. Another 3. I never knew about those. Okay, learned something new. No, really, if I got here without a tail, I guess I would go back in the pipe and end up here, and... then that gets me out of this. And that's a jump I can just do. And does this pipe return? No. Okay. So let's see. The easy way that I know to do that involves flying while ducking, which is a thing you can do. It's very quiet. That works just like regular flight. And then you can either do that or that. Okay, so here's the alternate exit to the level. I get a music box. So I don't get a card at the bottom. The timer stops as soon as I open a chest, huh? That level is super weird! I think I showed everything in it, but again, the P-switch with the 3s, I did not know that existed. I think that was the first time I've seen that, at least first time I can remember. Oh, this one! Oh, this also has 2 major paths through it. Okay, let's try the down path first. So if you just fall here, I'm not gonna use my tail, because this experience is best without it. There was a green Koopa Troopa falling ahead of me, but I took too long to get down here. He would have been chasing after me. I think all three of those pipes go to the same place? Okay, so the ground in Skyland has the weird levels in it. Yeah, that's what this guy does. He picks up ice blocks and throws them at me. And I, of course, jumped... Oh, that didn't hit those. Okay. Well, that's a chance to try one of the other two pipes. And to see the turtle falling with me. So yeah, if I don't go to the side here, do I just go straight onto... No? Okay, well I'd have to wait for him to start coming down. Anyway. So I'll probably do the same thing here I did in that previous level and get close to the end. Oh, this pipe just doesn't go. Can't see me ducking because I'm small. Just only one of them actually exits. Okay. Yeah, I'll get to the end, then die and restart to see the other path, so I can knock you out like that, which uses the ice block. This guy is actually super dangerous, he's very imposing. Ah shoot, there was a fireball still there. For some reason I keep thinking those only throw one, but it is two. And yeah, there's a whole top part to this level if I go to the side and navigate up that pipe. Is there a power-up in one of these? Yeah, okay, there was a mushroom, but I erased it by going too high. Getting that mushroom would be kinda hard. Oh, no, it's still there. Okay. I guess I didn't go too far away. There's screen wrap here. I'm not sure I even mentioned it the first time it happened, but yeah, I can go from one side to the other. Okay, so, you, dangerous guy. I mean, he's dangerous because it looks like, for most enemies, you would want to jump to avoid, but for him, you just want to hold still, really. I'm surprised that was safe. I did the same thing. I tried to stop myself, but I was too slow about it. No mushroom, huh? Alright, dangerous boy. I see you wanting to throw things at me, and you wait until I'm in range. Yeah, wow. The expert sniper. That guy's super dangerous. Okay, let's try and get that mushroom on the way down. There are lots of ways I could play this differently that would involve less dying, but those aren't the ways I'm currently choosing. Okay, so falling with the mushroom, we all have the same terminal velocity. That is not true in all Mario games. But in this one, apparently it is. However, my terminal velocity in water is faster than yours. Okay, so, mushroom. Let's not get fireballed this time, maybe. Now that all the hazards have availed themselves to me. I can slide here. I don't know if sliding still works once I'm not on the slope anymore. I think it might, like, my butt stops having killing power once I'm on level ground. I forget the rules about that. That might or might not be true. And testing it out would involve possibly taking a hit. And I'm not ready to do that. Whoops, well. Alright, yeah, so you'll wait for me, and your ice block, unlike mine, will never actually melt. It flashes faster. And you will turn around. Somehow that was safe. I feel like I should have died there. But it didn't happen. Okay. Man, what an incredibly dangerous place. Is there a way to die here, or am I stuck running out the timer? I'm stuck running out the timer, okay. Well, I'm gonna wait a while. Unless I can go in this pipe? Sure can't! So here's what it looks like for the timer to run out. Tick, 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 and 0. Something I noticed when I was... Oh, time up! It's very rare I've ever seen that message. With a hyphen. Something I was talking about was how long a Mario time unit is, and as I was saying that, I didn't notice at the time, but the game was revealing that they're actually variable. I think it's probably doing some sort of cycle counting, and if things are moving around, maybe more CPU cycles are being spent. I don't think there's any other power-ups here, maybe. You two are dangerous. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so like if you see the rate that this timer's ticking, but then if I start running around, it totally goes way slower. So yeah, my guess is that's a cycle counting thing. Okay, so there's a slope sliding place. Getting back from that would be hard. This pipe goes. Ooh, I need to be big to get the prize in here. Does this help me do that? Yes, it does! That's nice of it. Are you a Tanuki suit? No, you're mushrooms. I know the prize I want, but at least I'm big now. Now I'm on the other side of the cliff. Okay, great. Yeah, this whole optional section of this level, you can skip the extremely dangerous underbelly. Is that can kick or pick up? It picked up. There's space behind these blocks! I'm still underground, just with like fake painted sky. And then that leads to the end. Okay. So it's not actually 2 exits, but it is two paths to the main exit. Weird levels here. End spade panel. Still don't know the spawn conditions of that. I have not looked them up. It just happens sometimes. I don't remember anything. That's a star, apparently. Was the other one here? No, that's a flower. Okay. The last column is flower, star, star. That's a mushroom. Cards are rarely right next to each other, so... In fact, I'm not sure if in any layout any 2 are next to each other like that. So maybe... Oh, thank you! You have the good stuff! And this was an orange toad house, so orange ones can have the fursuit in them. That's nice. Pipe just takes me there. I'm not sure what the point of that pipe is, but just we're on an island now and had to be accessed by pipe. Alright, let's do 3. 2 hammer bros to fight. Oh, this is the Karibo's shoe level. Okay. Spiny, well, that's gonna be a... turns a leaf into a mushroom. That's fine. There's another power-up we haven't seen yet in this level. There it is. In order to get a hold of it, I'm gonna have to reset your position, maybe. Only shows up in this one level. It's like this weird, just out-of-the-blue thing. If I bop you from below, you drop your shoe and I can use it to get around. It moves a little like the frog suit, but not exactly. If I'm off the ground when I jump, I can still jump, but I don't make the jump sound, and I go from slightly higher. And yeah, everything that is dangerous on top can be stomped with this. If I get hit with it, it knocks off like that. And if I stomp on you... Actually, I don't want to do it with this one, because I'd actually like his shoe. Well, now I've made that harder to get. What does it look like when I'm little and shoed? If I stomp on him, it just knocks off the shoe and I don't get to use it. Okay. Just only a little bit of me fits in the shoe. Yeah, so that just knocks you out all the way. It's just like a little demonstration of a concept that only shows up in this one place. My feet are protected. So I can... Oh, right, first instance of munchers, I think those are called. Nipper plants are the white ones that move around. Munchers are the black ones that don't. Whoops, well, there goes that shoe. I think there's one more in the level. Right down here. Yeah, you. Alright, you have that. Are you going to be able to come out of there? Doesn't look like it. If I hit you with an ice block, well, this one's going to melt before I get a chance. That's okay, I want you up there anyway. Go here. Go here. Get knocked out. Right. Wish. And I don't think P-speed with a shoe is possible. There's not a whole lot of space to test it out here, but yeah, you can see what my meter's doing. It just goes... First one charges up for a bit and then it goes away. So yeah, kind of similar handicap to the... Whoa, that made the shoe noise! Similar handicap to the frog suit, but less severe. Because it doesn't cut my motion when I hit the ground. So I can go a little faster, but not the P speed. Okay! And this does not come with me out of a level. It's gonna disappear right here. Just goes poof, and it's gone. And that was the Goomba's shoe level. Alright, 2 Hammer Brothers. Let's fight them, do the spade panel, do the fortress. And then go into the mysterious spiral tower. Star, how's my inventory? One, 2, 3, 4... Wait. 1, 2, 3... Okay, 3 full rows. There's room for a fourth. This will give it to me. Hammer Brothers are a lot less imposing when I know exactly how they move. P-Wing! Alright, that's occasionally useful. In some arenas, those blocks do have power-ups in them. Did we see that? Maybe we saw that. Oh, I didn't look at all, I just pressed the button. And did not get lucky. Alright, Fortress. Ooh. Imposing start. Okay. 2 obstacles and a kind of scary jump. Yep. Ah, well, the jump didn't jump! I guess I pressed too late. I pressed! But it just didn't. Only a little bit of running speed there, but I don't want too much to bonk my head there. Yeah, this is, well, if I had a mushroom, I could go up there. Maybe I can find one. I'd found one. How far can I go along this path before a point of no return? There's a pipe there. I suspect that's a point of return from the up path. Let's go find out if that's true. Whoop! Alright, Boo, you stay where you are. I don't think there's anything up with that thwomp, no. What's up with you? Nothing. But there is something up here. So those probably all break. But if I don't break them all, I can totally go here. And, that's hard to get. Because again, remember— ooh, leaf! Good. Again, remember, like I said, if I'm pressing any direction, it cancels my duck. So to do a duck jump kind of necessarily involves losing some speed. Okay, so I gotta fly here? Alright, I can probably do that. Running back and forth can build P-speed more than just, like, doing a straight run in one spot. But I'm gonna need— let's see, if I run under the thwomp, I should be okay, or if I do— oh, maybe that'll be good enough. Almost. Gotta get a really good fly to get in there. Okay, let's see. This is dangerous, but this should work. There we go. That ought to be enough. There are also ways to land and refresh your P-speed, or at least your speed. Why do you want me to go up? There's nothing up here. Up, you say? Are there hidden one-ups somewhere up here or something? There's a place to just run out the timer and wondering what the heck it's talking about. Oh, there it is. It is directly above the arrow. I just wasn't low enough. Okay. Gotta really work for that one up. And yeah, now I'm here. Well, at least I got a leaf out of the deal. Alright, you're being very imposing, and well, there goes my leaf out of the deal. Good use of everyone's time. Big lava pit I can't even see the other side of. Wow, this place is dangerous. Don't think there was anything else above. I don't actually know. I don't think I'll give you a chance to do anything. Let's just finish the fight. Alright, so that was the first half of the world. Ah, that makes a bridge, I see. I guess that explains the pipe, sort of? Not really. Alright, so weird spiral tower. Kind of presents itself like a mini fortress. But this level is special. Uh-oh. Okay. This is a level you can enter more than once. I'll show you why in a moment when we get to the top of it. These are some very loud wall tiles. Alright, so way up in the sky, on the crenellations of the castle or whatever. I used to always find it fun to bring a P-Wing here and try to break as many of these bricks as I could. These days I don't care as much about that. This one has a 1-up in it. If you look carefully, the Goomba blocks are not shiny. Alright, so there's a funny thing here. Yeah, so those have coins in them. Can I show the funny thing? I'll try. Anyway, yeah, multi-coin blocks. This one is one too. Let me make enough space to run here. That'll be a safe arena. So build up some speed. Watch what happens when I break these. Isn't that weird? And I think I can get to the right of those bricks with some effort if I really want to. And apparently I do. I'll just hit the edge of the world, but let's see what the edge of the world looks like. And yeah, I have brought a P-Wing here to explore this space, and there's something here? Wait. Oh, I thought there wasn't. Okay, that looks a bit scary, and I want to make sure there's enough room to do everything I might want to do here. Running out the timer, yes, that's fine. Okay, that should be enough room. Oh no, I don't know where I am. You know what? There's probably a 1-up in that. I guess I can try flying to it. Wow, that's scary. Oh, there was a 1-up above somewhere. Alright, you know what? I've seen the 1-up, and there was another sprout sound above me. I'll assume there was a 1-up there too. I'm good! Got plenty. But okay, that was fun. There actually was something out there. And yeah, I know I've seen that before, and I just forgot. That wasn't entirely new to me. Way up in the sky. Still enough time for everything, because I think this is the final screen of the place. Sky-colored vine goes up to the sky. And this pipe takes me to another map. So then I could take this pipe back down if I wanted to. And I see this little tiny micro level with a 1-up in it. One little cloud here. Pretty sure there's nothing if I fall down, that's just death. And then I'm down on the ground, and I have to do the spiral tower again to get back up. So see you in a bit. Alright, tower top again. So unless I'm forgetting something, I think that is the only level in the entire game that can be entered again after clearing it. Anyway, we're up in the sky. There are lots of levels here. Let's get to it. So this platform just rotates continuously, and if I try to interact with it, bad things happen to my physics. I can fly here if I want. Is there stuff in the sky? I want to say there is. Yeah, I wouldn't be wrong. Alright, let's try the flying route first, I guess. Whoa! You're red dangerous. Oh, are the clouds slippery? I'm just having slowdown from, there must be too much stuff below, or... Okay, yeah, when I'm right there, the game really slows down. If I go too far, I'm gonna clear the level without seeing any of it, other than what's at the very top. I guess it doesn't end here. Okay, now I want to go back. And you know what? I've decided that's how I'm gonna do that. Let's experience this without a tail. This will be a mushroom. Oh boy, experiencing this without a tail. This is gonna be something. Yeah, those are, like, super dangerous. This one doesn't move until I step on it, and then it kind of moves like a balance beam, sorta. Balance beam? That's not what that is, but, you know. I can tip it, and if I tip it too far, I won't be able to stay on it. This is swimmable. Oh, not comfortably, though! It is flowing downwards. Could you swim up a waterfall? I don't think I could. Which way did I bop that? Okay, it was kind of right in the center. So if I hit these just the wrong way, they're gonna just fling me off, so I'm trying to get comfortably outside of their range. Yeah, so that's the slowdown spot. There's just too much going on right there. Oh, but the timer runs really slow when I'm there. Getting back there is a huge pain, so let's not check that. Rewind the video if you want to see about that, I guess. Okay, if I just go with confidence, it's not so bad. Hi, Lakiru, you're here. I'll leave before you can be an issue. Alright, this world's kind of big. Let's go fast. Oops. Blue Toad House up here. Oh, this level's fun. So, whole floor made of donut lifts. Let's show the effects of the Micro Goomba. That's what they are. Can't jump good. There's something in that pipe. I'll go in after a second. I just want to look around here first. Whoa, that was an interaction. Some interest. Oh boy. Okay, you know what? Let's go in the pipe. It's safer down there. There's nothing in that pipe. It's this one. This is not what I thought was down here. I'm confusing this with another level. Got the best power-up! Excellent. My darling. And now I'm flying. Okay, so, oh, Fire Chomp. Very dangerous. He'll spit his 4 fires at me, and then when he runs out, he turns into a flying bomb that explodes. So all of this was skipped by going in that pipe, and that meets up to what I've seen. Okay. So coins if you want to put yourself in mild danger to get them. I get the picture. I'm just gonna leave all these chumps behind. Coin and fireball and leaf. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I got a Tanuki suit. I'm just gonna hold on to it and leave. How's my item inventory? I don't think I got anything new since I last checked. And spade panel. Oh, I did get a P-wing. Alright, let's fill it up. I could just not do this. This was a mushroom, I forget, this was a 10. This was a flower, this was a star. Okay, with that knowledge... Oh, I know where a mushroom is, it's here. That's a 10, here we go. With that knowledge I should be able to finish, right? This is the other 20. There's the flower. Here's the star, and here's the other mushroom. Okay, there we go. Inventory is now 3 items from being full. 2 items from being full. What do you have for me, Toad? I'll show what happens when it fills up at some point. Oh, the good stuff. So that item is safe from being erased. It's only the very last one on the list that will be, but that won't happen for a bit yet. Whoops, that was nowhere near the right timing. What? Okay, a little of everything. I don't try very hard on those because the prize isn't very good and the game is rigged. Oh boy, going here with Tanuki Suit. So auto-scroller with Parabeetles. First and I think only appearance of these. They go down for a bit when you step on them, then go up. And you can use that to gain height, but it's kinda harrowing. I am glad I have a tail of some form. I think there's a leaf in there. I'll take the risk. Okay. Well, the risk didn't go so well. Alright, let's experience this with no tail. Got a couple of Tanuki suits in my pocket, so it's fine. Alright, so the no-tail version of this. This level's optional, you can do 7 instead. But I like to do all the levels. They're fun. Why would I want to play less of the game that I love? Just be very confident and one-tile jumps on moving targets. Okay. I'm being confident. I'm being rewarded for my confidence. Couldn't see where I was. I tried to just hold, but in this game you gotta tap at the right time to note block bounce. Okay, this is gonna take a bit of effort. First Parabeetle is there. Fortunately, they are in fixed locations, so no random, just unwinnable patterns because the game felt like it. Always in the same spot. Whoops! Well. So I guess you can stay on the clouds right up until about that spot where you are forced to interact with the beetles. I can make this jump. Okay, I would like that mushroom at some point, but you're kind of super in the way. I did not get it, and I died. Nah, Hammer Brother is in the way. Alright, so we're fighting first. I'm doing this with no mushroom, huh? That confident. Right. I don't think you can jump down 2 at a time, though I'm not sure. On this screen there were no power-ups. Here's a music box. I should just waste a bunch of those, because I'm not gonna do anything with them. We've heard this song before. Oh wait, there is one more thing I want to do with them, but I have 3. I'll use 1. And then the other 2 will be used on other things. Alright, so this again. You can stay on the clouds below the beetles if you're careful. This one makes me jump here, but here you really have to beetle. I don't think you can make that jump from cloud to cloud, that's too far. Again, it's fine if you do it with confidence. Getting here early is good for getting the mushroom. Right, don't just hold, you gotta repress. Okay. Alright, new stuff. I suppose I could just not interact with that, but I'm interacting. Alright, down here might be goods. P-switch. Okay, so easier time platforming. I know there's a fire chomp here, but I slid off. Wow. Okay. Back in the note block section. Let's just not interact with that one because it's not required. This is a P-switch. Let's not break the block next to it. That'll make it easier to get to. However, well, it won't be easier to get from, but that's fine. Alright, so standing on not very stable ground here. You go away. Maybe I'll show what you do at some point. This is safe. I want to say there's something in one of these, but I'm wrong. Lakitu again. Well, he's the guy who rides the clouds. I guess the clouds are his domain. Alright, so, probably toughest level in the world is done. Blue Toad House has what for me? It's a mushroom. Okay. Room for exactly one more item. Level 7! Oops, which one is this? Oh, this one has a big elaborate optional path in the bottom. That's what I thought the previous thing was. Or is this... This is also a star chain level, isn't it? That's a fire flower. I'm gonna say... Okay, let's... That Koopa Troopa didn't die. Let me check... in those bricks... No? Okay, if there's a star chain, it doesn't start there. I might be thinking of a different level with that part. Oh, those are fireproof. Oh, they are protected by brick. What was that sound? I got something weird. One up for a risky jump. What's for this risky jump? Coin. Great. Right, yeah, so this little optional section... There's stuff to see in the sky. That's a P-switch, I'm gonna say. I need a leaf. There's one. Or is this a P-switch? That's a star, isn't it? There's a white block here. That's a coin. I don't think this benefits me. But I can do it if I want to. Hole there, don't just run. So up in the sky is a bunch of bricks, right. And it's a bunch of bricks because that's not a P-switch. Never mind. There's a P-switch in one of them, and the bonus is you're supposed to collect them all as coins or something like that. Oh, it didn't work. Is that how it is? This is very elaborate for, like, not the biggest reward, honestly. Where's the thing I would care about? There it is, okay. So yeah, I guess theory is I'm where the turtle, I'm watching. It's kind of hard to tell where I am and where I want to go. The camera just does not scroll up that much, so using this cloud as a reference, I want to be farther right. What a weird spot up here. Just this messy pile of bricks in the ceiling with one P-switch. Okay. And nothing in these, right? There is a star. Okay, so there's a star, which... Why? Is this where the star chain starts? Yeah, okay, so that would have been a coin if I didn't already have a star. I can't go through a pipe when I'm flipping, though! Oh, there's another... There's another... What is going on in this room? Maybe if I were small I could have gone through that? I think this is a place to come with a P-wing. Like, all that up there is just more bricks to turn into coins. Yeah, that would have been a star if I could have left with one, but how would I do that? Lakitu, please! You are incredibly aggressive. Good grief! You know what? Let's get out of here. I tried. Okay. So both 7 and 6 are kind of nasty. Where's the power-up? It's, somewhere. It's in this block. Alright, so forget about star chaining. Let's just gonna scoot. So Lakitu appears here. And he is not entirely ignorable, and right, if I walk into a Goomba block when it's doing that, it does hurt me. He wants to make himself known. Make a name for himself by knocking out the Mario. Ooh, that's a start. Fun. So, Lava Fortress, Ceiling Potobos. There's a... what is in here? There's something exciting. I think it's a star in that block? You turned around after waking up. Yeah, star. I forget if you can knock out a Podobo if you want to. Neat. And a boo. Take that. Star is very powerful, but not the most powerful thing in the game. That would be the weight of a stone statue. Alright, Boom Boom. No power-ups should be fine. Empty arena, just me and him. Don't give him a chance to do anything. He was gonna fly, but I didn't give him the chance. Alright, Fortress opens that lock, so if I game over, I can restart in the sky from there. Little Mario! I should have shown that more. Little Mario, hands on his hips. Looks like Big Mario on any other screen. I could try harder on those, but I don't feel like trying harder would result in a particularly better outcome. This level, I remember dying here a lot when I was younger. Let's see how it goes now that I'm old. Alright, has a Lakiru, that explains the earlier deaths. Well, nothing can explain that. Alright. There was a mushroom here? Here? Here. Can I stomp the Cloud Dog? He's out of range. Maybe if I got up onto that thing... Alright, you... Stop being, please. Thank you. Okay. Ah, he came back. Yep, of course that would happen, but that's fine. Leaf was a sacrifice to get rid of the Cloud Dog. The bottom of that pipe turns red when I'm in it. So yeah, last few levels of this world are just the Lakiru zone. Again! The guy who lives in the clouds. Okay, so we're gonna get lots of item overwrites here. So here's a mushroom, here's a flower, here's a star. I didn't do that on purpose, but that's just how it happened. Here's a 1-up. Nope, okay. So mushroom, flower, that was a weird poof. Mushroom, flower, star, they're all overwriting each other and just turned into star. So the most recent item overwrites the last one on the list. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So my item box is completely full now. Aggressive diagonal auto-scroller. This level is actually kind of hard. Platforms can't quite render themselves, and little bits of them keep disappearing. Too many on screen. How many diagonal auto-scrollers are in this game? Is this the only one? This jump is pretty hard. Well, when you don't have confidence. Here's a fire chomp. I'll try and leave it alive and let it do its thing. 3 fires. Whoa. 4 fires. And then sticks around for a while and explodes and knocks out the other one. That was convenient. Alright, well that was that level. I made it look a lot easier than it normally is on first encounter. Check it out, another 5-up. Cool. Alright, do I want to try to Tanuke my way through this airship? I absolutely do, since I will not have... Oh boy, okay, so I have 3 suits. I will only... This is the second last airship, so I'm gonna have to use a hammer suit, which is the final one, on the next one in order to get the special dialogue there. Otherwise, that'll have to be a Loop 2 thing. Okay, so 3 attempts here. And I have to do it hitless. I don't exactly remember what the layout is in here. Let's hang back a bit. Cannons, fire shooters, not so bad. My tail's very toasty now. I'm not even gonna see what's in this box, I say. trying to see what's in this box without... Well, dang. Alright, it's a fire flower. Let's get a lay of the land, then die and restart, and, oops, well, if I can go that far. Figure out how I'm gonna route through here with the suit that I care about. So that's a skip I can do, if I don't want to be on the floor. The cannon still shoots in my direction. That was risky, but I got away with it. I can get up here if I want to. It's a little harder if I'm already on the ground, but doable. Yeah, look at all this stuff in the air down there. That's not where you want to be. Does this have a box at the end? No. And the Koopa Kid is... Roy. Roy Koopa Jr., I think is his name? Oh, right! And if I lose on an airship, it flies away. Is that the first time I've lost on an airship? I think it might be. And that's why the spiral tower... Ah, and you gotta chase the thing down. Okay, so here's a use for... I don't have one. There's an anchor item in the game that stops the airship from moving, but I did not get one. Where is it hidden away if I don't have one? Okay, well I'll just have to chase it down and maybe go through the sky tower again. But let's not. I will simply clear this with the Tanuki suit without getting hit. How about that? Easy to say, slightly less easy to do. Okay, so now that I'm not messing with that item box, I can just play it extra safe. I don't want to be too close to the screen edge in case of fire burners that I've forgotten about. That might just shoot me unexpectedly. Okay, I'm going to take the top route. No reason to go down to the bottom where it's highly dangerous. Okay, here's safe. Wait a little bit. Get ready to move. I will move to there. Alright, yeah. So, taking the safest route can actually be very safe here. No need to put myself in any danger. Alright, I will have to fight Roy, though. Roy has some special gimmick. He, like, jumps low and earthquakes? Yeah, that's what it is. Please don't do your smoke rings at a bad time. Thank you. How nice of you. Alright, Tanuki suit clear is done. Another item off my checklist. What will the king say to me? I think I actually remember this line. Thank you, kind raccoon. Please tell me your name. Is that what it is? Thank you, kind raccoon. Please tell me your name. I did remember it. What was this king transformed into? I forgot to look. I was thinking too much about surviving the airship. Be careful in the ice world. The creatures trapped in the ice will come to life if warmed. Alright, and the jewel that helps me is a cloud which has overwritten the star that I... Look at that little sprite! Oh wait, no, I used 2 Tanuki suits so I had room. Right, okay. Anyway, next time's gonna be Ice World. This one has a very special level in it, and I'll show you what that's about when we get to it.